Welcome back to the European tour. We are still in Armenia at the moment. There is a good reason for that, and I will explain everything on the other side of the opening titles. Okay, as you can see, we are basically where we left off last time. Now, what is going to happen in this episode is my master plan with this team. Now, I'm still basically committed to ducking out of this side because I don't even know if the top flight of Armenian football works, so even if we could get promoted, I don't know if that would rescue anything. However, it occurred to me that being as I only took this job about a month ago, if I just quit now, that's going to cause me all sorts of problems in job interviews, and they'll be sort of like, why did you duck out after a month, blah blah blah. So what we're going to do, being as everyone else in the division is in the same boat, is we are just going to go on holiday for a couple of months at a time, hope they don't sack us in the meantime, and just see how the club gets on, try and get to the end of the year, and we'll take it from there. If we somehow get promoted and the top flight doesn't have the problem, we can stay. If we don't get promoted, then, or if we get relegated, or if we get sacked, then obviously we'll try and find somewhere else, and the Armenian League will be just sort of there in the background rather than playable in future, because it's just clearly not working. So that's the plan, and what I'll do is with this episode I'll come back with every sort of like couple of months, and we'll have a little look at how we're doing, an update, and we'll see how our team's going and whether I've still got a job or not. So with that said, I will see you in October. Okay, just a quick little update. As you can see, we actually started the season fairly well, won 3 of the first 5 games, haven't won since. I did actually manage this game because I happened to come back obviously for the start of October, and this game is in the Cup, which has different rules and doesn't have Armenians being foreign in their own country. And we were absolutely bloody awful. We were 4-1 on to win the game at home, and we didn't create a single chance that I saw. So yeah, we were terrible. And so I threw a water bottle at them and stormed out, because as you can see from this, they hate me anyway, so why should I care? I can show you we are 5th in the table. That's nowhere near good enough to be in the promotion hunt, but at least we're not looking like we're going to go down at the moment. Give them time. Right, it is January the 1st. We have been up and down form-wise, but generally not too bad. More wins than losses. So something tells me we are not going down, which is good. Obviously we play each other 3 times presumably, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through to the end of the season after this point, because we've done sort of like a third each. I'm not sure who's playing games for us, in all honesty, but yeah, I mean, it's not a disaster. Basically, I don't think this is going to look too bad on my CV. Not as good as it could have done if the rules had worked, but not too bad still. But yeah, is what it is, isn't it? So I'm now going to make my dinner while this is chundering through goodness knows how much, which is going to take it a while because transfer window's just opened, so that'll take a long time. One thing I do need to check is my contract and when that expires. 30th of June. Right. Okay. I think what we'll do then, being as, like I say, we aren't going up, I'll come back on the 3rd of June and see how it's gone, and I'll sort of update you, and then if nothing needs to happen then, like playoffs or anything, then I'll go to the 30th of June and we'll get to the end of my contract. And although actually, oh no, I've just had a horrible thought. If they offer you a contract and you don't say anything, they just basically assume that yes, you want it. tricky. I don't want them signing me to another year of this. But anyway, we'll move on. I'll see you at the end of the season. Right, well, as you can see, the season is finally over. They have, in my absence, signed me to a new contract. I'm about to resign. But we finished 7th, only 6 points off of what would have actually been a playoff spot. And that just basically fills me with regret that we weren't able to do more in this league. Because I reckon we could have at least got second, possibly contended for that title. For a start, I think I would have won the players over eventually and would have been playing better. I mean, I'll show you the dynamics as they stand. I mean, it's shocking. Apparently, managerial support has actually gone up a bit, although that might be because my reputation has now gone up a bit. And obviously, I've been upsetting them by not responding to any of their moaning throughout the season because I've been sunning myself on a beach, probably in Israel. But yeah, the main reason they didn't support me when I got here was because my reputation was so low. But that has gone up a little bit, despite my absence and the fact that the only game I actually managed all season we lost to a team we shouldn't have lost to at home. But yeah, I reckon I could have done stuff here, but this is the end of Armenia as a thing in this. It's just not working, and there's no point being here. So, with that all said, I am going to resign my post. Now, what is going to hurt me is all the questions that I'm going to get about, oh, you lost the support of the dressing room, blah, blah, blah. It's like, well, never had the support of the dressing room. They didn't like me from the start. And then when I went on holiday for a year, they really didn't like me. Well, they actually liked me slightly more by not being there. So I improved things. I found a way. But that's our time at Lorry concluded. It could have been so good, but thanks to a quirk in the software, it wasn't. So I will now spend the next however long looking for a job. It is mid-season for a certain country that someone really wants me to go to. Well, I thought I'd just have a quick look and see how the team that offered me the job in Iceland were doing. Oh, the road not taken, eh? There they are, Hotahugin, top of what is actually the Icelandic 3rd division, so a little bit further down than I thought it might be, actually. But, I mean, they're doing well. Fair play to you. Could have been me. Oh well. Right. As you can see, my resignation has been confirmed. And we are now going to be looking for a job. So I will have a look and see if I can find anything. If I find something reasonably quickly, I'll tack it on to the end of this episode. And if I don't, then I'll probably just pop back and say nothing yet and wish you farewell. So I will be back. We don't know what the news will be. Hang around. Okay, it's been a couple of weeks since we resigned. Had some job interviews. We've had some offers. I've had a couple of offers from Spain, which I'm not gonna go to. I've literally just turned one of them down. We are going to the Czech Republic, or Czechia if you prefer. Zivanice here. They only want to avoid relegation. They've got a decent wage budget. They've got plenty of it left, and they've agreed to give me a coaching course. I've had to make promises about acceptable dressing room atmospheres after the lorry fiasco, but normally I can manage a decent dressing room atmosphere. Most importantly, I have looked at the rules, and there is one of those like 5 non-EU players in the starting 11 or something rule. I've looked at the players in the squad because I know that their next game, as things stand, they will play a couple of friendlies if I take the job, which I'm about to. So they will play a couple of friendlies because I'll put them in there to get people match sharp. But as things stand, their next game is a league game. So the rules should apply to that league game. and no one is coming up as foreign. So, fingers crossed, we don't have the same problem again. I'll never trust a league again, unless it was in the base game, which this level of Czech football wasn't, I don't think. So, right, Živanice, something like that. That's how I'm saying it. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But we're going to start negotiations. I've got nothing really to negotiate. So let's finalise it and exit the talks. Okay, we've got ourselves a job. I've already made a couple of little changes to the backroom staff as well. They gave me that opportunity, which was how I knew they were going to give me the job. And next episode will be the start of our Czech adventure. So, thank you for joining me for this little update on what's been going on in the last year of this save. Basically nothing. And like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you next time in Czechia. Bye bye for now.